Happy New Year's Eve, BookTube. It's Peg. I'm at the History Shelf. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Why am I excited? Because I'm finally doing the book outlet book haul that I promised you guys, and this is going to be my end of year book haul. So, without further ado, let's just jump right in. I've got the box on the floor right next to me. Just opened it. I've been saving it for weeks since I've been so sick for so long, so I'm very excited to show you guys, and I'm excited to remind myself what I bought. So here we go. First book. Ooh, Dancing in the Glory of Monsters: The Collapse of the Congo and the Great War of Africa by Jason K. Stearns. Just goes to add to I love reading about African history, the Great War for Africa, as far as like the colonization and what happened there. This kind of ties into the recent book that Steve sent me, Land of Tears. It's also about the exploitation, I think, of the Congo. So I saw this and it was super marked down. It looks like a great book. How the Congo became a failed state. This is going to be really, really interesting. So, Dancing in the Glory of Monsters. It's the first book that I hauled. I'm just going to set them on the floor. Oh, yes. Second book. And I can't believe it was marked down in a bargain book. I mean, it's fairly new. This is The New Silk Roads by Peter Frankopan. The Present and Future of the World. This goes in with my other book, his first book. Hang on, I'll get it. Nope, that's not there. There we go. Yes, so he came out with first The Silk Roads, A New History of the World. Nice deckle-edged book, and so is the new one. Oh, I got a rip on here. I think I bought this bargained as well. And, oh, this one's like a smaller size, but it's a very beautiful cover. Look at that. Look at the difference in size. I'm not sure. And they're both by Knopf, but check that out. Okay. All right. It's a little off size, but anyway, so I got that to complete the duology, if that's what it's called. Ooh, and then the next one. Who doesn't love a good book on the Black Death? Okay. This is The Black Death, Natural and Human Disaster in Medieval Europe by Robert Gottfried. I'm guessing this is a classic. This looks like an older edition, but it's in good condition. You know, everything looks great about it. Slim read. It's about, oh goodness, it's really short. It's about 165 pages. So I got that for a song as well. Oh yes, and then I have been waiting for this book for a long time. I'm surprised I have not gotten it up until now, but I saw it on Book Outlet and it was like $6-7 because I own many and I've read many of his other books. And this is Barry Strauss, the 10 Caesars, Roman emperors from Augustus to Constantine. And I have to have this because I read his other books, love them. He's a great writer. So yeah, outstanding. This is Simon and Schuster. Yeah, I have Spartacus War, Death of Caesar as well. Gosh, Barry Strauss is great. I follow him on Twitter. I like knowing what he's up to. Oh my gosh, yeah. At the Trojan War, New History, I have that one. I've read that one. That one's great. Oh, my favorite though of his, I can't believe I didn't remember it right away, is The Battle of Salamis, the naval encounter that saved Greece and Western civilization. I have that in paperback. I think that is upstairs with a few of his others, but that's one of my favorites. I love reading about the Battle of Salamis. It is just the drama involved and the trickery and the underdog. It's just every element of a great story is in that battle. But anyway, so this is his take on the 10 Caesars. So beautiful hardcover. It was so marked down, I couldn't believe it. Okay, and I'm really excited for this one. Yes, I finally ordered The Great Halifax Explosion. And this is a very interesting cover here. It has an interesting sleeve. I'm not sure this can come off. Like, here's the cover. So this is a naked dust jacket. This is, oh, that's a really nice copy. And then this is an interesting little fold over, so you have the inside insert that you can read about it. And it shows people here trying to pull out the rubble and wreckage. So Brooklyn, New York, December 1st, 1917. The freighter Mont Blanc set sail loaded with one of the largest caches of munitions ever packed onto a ship, a staggering 6 million pounds of American-made high explosives, bound for the trenches of the Great War. 5 days later, Mont Blanc's deadly cargo erupted in a cataclysm unlike anything the world had seen before. The extraordinary saga of the Great Halifax explosion had only just begun. This is by John Bacon. This is a beautiful version. Oh my goodness. Again, naked dust jacket. Geez, pictures on the back. Look at that. That is great. You guys, I got a really nice version for super cheap. Great Halifax explosion, people. Oh, yeah. Nice spine. One of the videos I need to make in the next couple of days, I mean, it's not going to be at the end of the year. I mean, today is the last day of the year, is 2020 books I want to read, and I have an idea of how I want to structure that. That allows for flexibility, but also dedicates myself to a certain number of books I'm just going to commit to. But I haven't decided the number yet, and I haven't decided the books yet. So, you know, and some of them might include these. So, anyway, next book up is Midnight in the Pacific, Guadalcanal. The World War II battle that turned the tide of war by Joseph Whelan. So I was watching, not Band of Brothers, it was the other one, the Pacific, that second series of World War II, the drama show made by Spielberg and Tom Hanks, I think. I think they made the Pacific. Anyway, the opening episodes on Guadalcanal were just riveting, and I remember after watching it, I was like, I want to know more about it. I want to read some books on Guadalcanal, and I kind of forgot about it. But then came across this book, and I'd heard good things about it, and so I was like, well, let me get just a one volume on the campaign. I'd like to know more about it. I do enjoy World War II history. And a lot of good stuff in here, a lot of good photos. So, I just realized I have my microphone a little too far away. I hope you guys could hear me. I don't want to start all over, but we'll see. Okay, so Midnight in the Pacific, Guadalcanal, the World War II battle that turned the tide of war. Okay, half of the box is gone. We got the other half to go through now. And here's a little slim volume. I've always wanted to read it. It's going to take, I could read it in an afternoon. We all know the what are they called? The Story of Civilization books by Will and Ariel Durant. Well, this is just a slim volume called The Lessons of History. It's a collection of essays compiling over 5,000 years of history by two of the greatest thinkers of our time. So this, again, just essays on government and history, economics and history, religion and history, race and history, biology and history. Interesting. It's not very long. It's less than 100 pages, and then it gives you a neat little guide to the books right there. And I have several of these I bought used. I don't have the complete set, but they're upstairs as well. Anyway, The Lessons of History. Thought that might be a fun little read. I'm out and about. It's not too heavy to carry. Okay. Oh, yes. And then this book, I heard about this book on Steve's channel. And I'm intrigued by it. This is by Osprey, publishers Osprey. This is Hitler's Death, The Case Against Conspiracy by Luke Daly Groves. And I do follow this guy on Twitter, and he is constantly trying to educate people who are just insistent that Hitler somehow survived. And he's always just schooling them, like, why are you watching this crap on TV, like Hunting Hitler? It has been proven. He is dead, deader than a doornail. Better than, you know, yesterday's news. I mean, so he's really funny. I like following him on Twitter. But I was like, you know, I need to read his book because he lays it out. He's like, people, if you really think he's alive, I'm telling you, read my book. You know, get it from the library. I'm not trying to make money. Just educate yourself. So yeah, this is intriguing. Kind of goes into all the different conspiracies and people that, you know, the historians or people that were trying to promote the fact that, you know, he could have survived, which is ridiculous and just ridiculous. Got some pictures in here. Oh. Look at this one, a picture of him right there, in quotes, a poor double found by the Soviets. Okay. Then he got his teeth, you know, archived in Moscow. So anyway, it's pretty intriguing. So I got Hitler's death. Yeah. Sorry. Book jacket's coming off. Got that for a great price. All right, continuing on. And oh yes, so this book I've been needing to complete my collection so far. Peter Ackroyd's History of England. This is Revolution. The history of England from the Battle of the Boyne to the Battle of Waterloo. And if you see right behind my head here, I have Foundation right there. And the next one is the Tudors. And then I have Rebellion. And then I have Dominion, which I think is in a stack upstairs. And I need to make sure I have Dominion down here. Dominion follows Revolution. And that one takes you up to the Diamond Jubilee, I believe. So, yeah, this is a great series. You know, Peter Ackroyd, look at the, I mean, it's just great. So I'm going to have the complete and updated series thus far with this book. Oh, I forgot I ordered this. Well, I enjoy a little literary biography now and again. And this one came up in my memory. I think it's because I saw something on TV. But this is Ted Hughes, The Unauthorized Life by Jonathan Bate. This one is fairly substantial. It's by Harper Press. But, wow, big decollage book. Well, it's supposed to really go into his lifelong quest to come to terms with the suicide of Sylvia Plath. His poetry. I'm supposed to look at his inner life. So, you know, I do enjoy a good biography on writers, and I guess I'm less interested in him as much as his relationship to Sylvia Plath and how that unfolded. And, you know, the guy was kind of a cipher. He really didn't understand. He really didn't show much of anything to the world as far as his emotions about that go. And that's, you know, that's everyone's call, but, you know, you're just kind of scratching your head at what happened there. So look at that picture. It's so crazy. Ted Hughes, The Unauthorized Life. Okay, guys, I have 2 books left. Oh, yeah, I remember hearing, I have another book by this guy, and I still need to read it. But I've been hearing the back and forth in my mind that Steve was mentioning this writer that Mark Richardson likes, but Steve does not like. But I still need to give him a go. And this is The Unnameable Present by Roberto Colasso, translated by Richard Dixon. The other book that I have by him, hang on, I think is called, I don't have, darn it, it's upstairs. I can figure it out. The Ruin of Cash is the one I have. Okay. But The Unnameable Present is the 9th book in Robert Colosso's multi-volume work in progress. And it's closely connected with the themes of the first book, The Ruin of Cash. But while Cash is an enlightened exploration of modernity, The Unnameable Present propels us into the 21st century and offers a key to what is happening around us. Real quick, it says tourists, terrorists, secularists, fundamentalists, hackers, transhumanists, algorithmicians. These are the tribes that inhabit the unnameable present and act on its nervous system. Colossus reveals a world that seems to have no living past, but was foreshadowed in the period between 1933 and 1945, when everything appeared bent on self-annihilation. The unnameable present is a meditation on the elusive world that leads us to this very moment. Quote, shapeless, rough, and ever more powerful. Even for scientists, it is a shattered world. Okay. I don't know. I think I found the cover just intriguing as all get out, so that's been what drew me to it. It's a slim read. We got about 165 pages. We'll see how it goes. You know, I guess I should read The Ruin of Cash first, and then move into this one. But yeah, this is a small little volume. So, all right. I like getting things that are a little more out there, that, you know, lesser known, that kind of can tickle the old gray matter. Oh yes, and then this book. And I hope I haven't bought a duplicate of this. I'm trying to remember if in my last book haul I bought it or not. I don't think I did. This is by Keith Lowe, and I have his first book called Savage Continent. And this is the follow-on. This is a big, hefty book. This is How the Second World War Changed Us. Well, that's not the name. That's the subtitle. Sorry. It's The Fear and the Freedom. How the Second World War Changed Us. So as you can see, Savage Continent. That was his first book. This is highly blurbed. Anthony Beaver, James Holland. The Fear and the Freedom is Keith Lowe's follow-up to Savage Continent. While that book painted a picture of Europe and all its horrors as World War II was ending, The Fear and the Freedom looks at all that has happened since, focusing on the changes that were brought about because of World War II. Simultaneously, one of the most catastrophic and most innovative events in history. So that'll be fascinating. And this is a very nice first edition. The one that I have by him is a book club edition, and it's just really beat up and kind of, it's not substantial. This book is nice and thick, and I think I might have to find a cheaper version of a first edition of Savage Continent, because I'd like to pair these two. Obviously, I'm a collector as much as I am a reader, and I'd like to have that. Here's a nice clean. I always like to take the flap off a book and see what the actual dust boards look like. You know, it's fascinating. So this is my last book from the book outlet haul, which was pretty substantial, you guys. There's no way I can do a pyramid for you, but I could count. Let's see, I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That was 12 books, 12 hefty books. So I have a lot of new books to read in 2020, in addition to what's on my shelves already. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, if any of these books appeal to you, anything that really just perked your interest, or anything you've read already, any thoughts that you might have in any of these. My challenge now is to find shelf space for these books, and that means I might have to do an unhaul. You know, the thing with me is most of my books are history or nonfiction, and unless they were really horribly written or just horrible, stinky, like bad books, I don't like to just give them away. Like if it's fiction, you know, I got like some thrillers or some old, literary fiction that didn't really do anything for me laying around, I can give those away, no problem. But I guess the collector in me just loves having my history books, and it's hard for me to part with them. It's an issue. It's a struggle. The struggle is real. So if you have any suggestions on how I can go about overcoming that, let me know. In the meantime, that's my end of year 2019 book haul. I'm really excited to start fresh in 2020. Since I spent half of 2019 still in school, I wasn't able to read as much as I wanted. I only got around 30 books read last year. So I'm hoping to up that. I would like to read 50 in 2020. That's a pretty big goal because a lot of the books I read are pretty hefty. But we'll see. We shall see. Anyway, guys, I'll cut this off now, just under 20 minutes, and I'll upload it. I hope to do another quick video since it is end of year and New Year's Eve, and you know, if this is the last one you watch before New Year's, Happy New Year's. I hope you're all safe out there, and we'll ring in the new year. Make good choices, and we'll talk to you soon, BookTube. Take care.